accuracy is the main key to being able to play the guitar with more confidence. Let's talk about it. That sip of coffee went down with perfect accuracy. Anyway, let me stop being a clown. Today I want to talk about building confidence on the guitar again. I mentioned the other day about building up our confidence and how it leads to authority and to where we can have like total command over our instrument more and more and more as we build up a confidence. And I mentioned that one of the ways to do that is the concept of slow equals fast, which is where, ironically, when we're trying to build up a new skill and it's technical or it's challenging, one of the best ways to get to our goal faster is to actually slow things down, take a look at them, make sure we're doing them as accurately as possible, and then by executing over and over and over the right way, we actually end up at a result faster by going slower in the practice phase. Slow equals fast. And while we're talking about this concept of slow equals fast, I wanted to bring back a concept that I've talked about a couple times on this channel, which is the press before you pluck method. Let me show you what I mean on the guitar itself. So let's get some volume here. Say you're practicing the pentatonic scale. Not like that. Give me a second to warm up, you know. Right, the familiar pentatonic scale. Let's say you're first learning that. What you want to do when you're first learning it is not just to start spamming notes like that. What you want to do is you want to practice pressing down each note before you actually play with the pick. So like, say you're playing this note here, press it down, then pluck with your picking hand, then go to the second note, press it down, make sure you feel like you got it fretted well and you're not going to mess up. Then you pluck that note. Go to the next note. Nice and slow and easy. Press it. Get it nice and sweet under your finger. Then press it and you just keep going like that. Press, pluck. Press, pluck. Press, pluck. Press, pluck. Press, pluck. Right? The huge advantage that we get from practicing any scale or any lead line or string of notes that we might be practicing is that when we're doing this, we're decreasing our likelihood of making a mistake. So if you press, then you pluck, and then you press and then you pluck, what happens is when you're in the pressing phase, you're not committing to that note yet, right? You haven't struck the note on the string with the pick or with your picking finger, whatever. You haven't let it ring out. You're just feeling it beforehand. Then once you're sure, then you commit and you let it rip, right? And what happens is you're increasing your accuracy. And after a while, you're going to build up your ability to feel if you're going to miss that note before you commit to it, and decrease the chance of making a mistake. Remember in the last video, I mentioned that we can build up our confidence and increase our authority on the instrument by decreasing our mistakes, because slow equals fast. This is a practical application on the guitar itself. Now I want to give one more practical application. Let's take a look. This time with a chord change. Say for argument's sake, we wanted to practice going from a G chord to a D chord. Right? Now it's easy for me to say this. It's easy for me to say, oh, okay, let's practice this, because I can play a G and a D with no problem. But give me some other chords that I haven't mastered, and then I'll look like a beginner all over again. But if we have this G chord fretted, we got all the notes of this G chord fretted, and we're currently playing it, we want to practice going to D like that, smooth. We can do the same thing. Press before you pluck. So what does that mean? So like here, we're on the G, And to practice the chord change, we kind of pause everything because slow equals fast. Stop everything. And now we're going to press down all the fingers of the D chord. Get them feeling nice and good. And then we pluck, or strum in this case. And the thing that you would want to do here is you would want to keep practicing just that one moment where you're switching. And ideally, if you're getting the muscle memory into your fingers enough of your fretting hand, you're going to land in perfect position, all three fingers. But not until you've fretted that whole chord do you strum. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. Press before you pluck. Press before you pluck any single notes that you're playing. If you're practicing a chord change, press down that chord before you strum the chord. If your fingers land on that D chord, or whatever chord it might be that you're practicing, it might be that you can go from G to D comfortably, but going from C to D you mess up. Practice the chord change slow. And when you land, if you feel like something's off before you strum, don't strum. Do it over again. And this is how you would practice any chord change to the point where you're getting more and more, what's that word? Confidence. You're getting more and more confidence each time you practice this over and over and over again, and you're getting it right more and more and more. But the beauty of pressing before you pluck, or pressing before you strum a chord, is you can feel if you're gonna mess up in advance and don't mess up. Whatever you practice, however you do something when you practice, when it comes time to let it go in real life, that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be however it is in practice in real life. You're not gonna be better. If anything, you're gonna be worse. So in practice, by slowing down, you can take the opportunity to manage the situation in more detail when it's slower and you can see everything that's going on. You can take charge of the situation. You can have confidence. You can build authority and have command over your instrument. Hope that makes sense. Because certainly, if you find yourself standing on a stage with your guitar, you want to have confidence going into that situation. All right, guys, so that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Consider anyway, if you feel that it will be beneficial to you. And if you like the video, like the video. I really appreciate you taking the time to learn from this channel. And for now, take care, play the guitar from the heart, and have fun with that. I'll see you next time.